All right. Unit 9, Quiz B. Remember the absolute values signs means that you're looking at a V and it's going to open up or open down depending upon what's in front. Since it's a negative, we know that it's going to be opening down. So that means the maximum point, or the point right here, is going to be a max. It's a max value. So that's your max. What is your vertex? Your vertex, you look here to see what makes this part 0. What number do you have to put in for x to make that 0? What plus 3 gives me 0? -3. Once this is 0, 0 times anything is 0, plus 5 gives me a 5. Line of symmetry. The line that we're looking for is an up and down, so it's going to be x equals, and that value of -3, because it's going to pass right through your vertex. What is the max value? Well, the max value is your vertex, so -3, 5. Now we need to graph it. Well, when you're graphing this, you want to do your vertex, so -3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you want to point to the left and a point to the right. Well, let's find out what is 1, 2, so -2. So we have -2 plus 3 is 1. Times that to -7 is -7, and then plus 5 is -2. So we have here 1, 2, and then it's -2. You want to make sure you have a straight edge. So you take a ruler and you put it to there and you make a straight line. Remember also, we want to get a number over this way. Well, we know since it's symmetrical, it's also going to be this one down here. But you can put in your calculator 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're going to get also -2. Straight edge, and you have it. Now, if you need to know how I put in -2, you can put it into your calculator, and I will be happy to, you can pause your video and come see me, and I'll help you get that -2 if you did not get that. But you literally put it in for that and solve for y. Alright, when you see a square, what do you think about? You think about your parabola, your u. It either opens up or it opens down. This one opens up because it's positive. So this value down here is going to be a min. What's the vertex? What makes this 0? 2. 0 squared is 0, times this is 0, plus 3. 0 plus 3 is 3. What is your line of symmetry? Remember, symmetry is going to be the line that passes through your vertex, straight up and down. So x equals 2. What is your max or min value? Well, what's our min value? It is 2, 3. Alright, so graph it. It says 2, 3, so I'm going to graph it 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I can pick any point to the left, any to the right, so I'm going to go 0. So literally I'm putting in there a 0. So I have in my calculator 1 divided by 5 times 0 minus 2, end of parentheses, squared, plus 3 gives me 3.8. So at 0 it's 3.8. 1, 2, 3.8, so a little bit right there. Now remember, since we're 2 this way is also that same number. Alright. X-intercepts. When you're talking about x-intercepts, it's where it hits the x-axis. What is your y value at your x-intercepts? 0. So you're going to go 0 is equal to 5x squared minus 4x minus 3. What can you use when you have 0 and you have squares? You can use the quadratic, which is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Then you remember that a is your number in front of your squares, so 5. B is the number in front of x, so negative 4. And C is negative 3. So you have negative B, so B is 4. So we have a negative, and a negative is positive 4 plus or minus square root of b squared, so negative 4 squared minus 4a, which is 5, c, which is negative 3, all over 2, 5. So we have 4 plus or minus the square root. Put this in your calculator. A lot of you, this is where we went wrong. So you want to make sure that you put this into your calculator. Negative 4 squared, put parentheses around it, minus 4 times 5 times negative 3, you should get 76. If you don't get 76, you can come see me. 2 times 5 is 10. Then in your calculators, that means you have to put in 2 of them. You have to go 4 plus the square root of 76 divided by 10. And the other one is 4 minus, sorry about that, minus the square root of 76 divided by 10. So I'm going to take and put my calculator. 4 plus the square root of 76, enter, divided by 10. So I get 1.3. And then on this one, I'm going to do the negative. So I have 4 minus the square root of 76. Divide that by 10. So I get a negative 0.5. Alright, so that's my x values. These are x values. What is my y value? When I put these in, what is y going to equal? It's going to equal 0. So your 2 points are 1.3, comma 0, and negative 0.5, comma 0. What is your vertex? Remember, your vertex is your line of symmetry, which can be found by x is equal to a negative b over 2a. So we have negative b, so we have negative 4, so that's 4, over 2 times a, so 2 times 5, which is 10. 4 divided by 10 is, 0.4. So our line of symmetry is x equals 0.4. This is also the x value of your vertex, 0.4. How can I find my y value? If I know what x is, how can I find y? Plug this in. So in my calculator, I'm going to go 5 times 0.4 squared minus 4 times 0.5, or 0.4, sorry, minus 3. And I'm going to get a negative 3.8. Is this a max or min? Well, this is positive, so that means we know it opens up. So that means this point right here is the lowest point, so that's a min. What is your min value? That's the same as your vertex. So 0.4, comma, negative 3.8. What is vertex form. Y equals your A, that stays out here, parentheses, x, opposite sign, so minus 0.4 squared minus 3.8. Now, if you wonder why is this the vertex form, well, because you can see the vertex. What is the vertex of this? What makes that 0? 0.4, once that's 0, comma, negative 3.8. Alright, now graph it. So 0.4, so we're almost in the middle, going down to almost 4. 2, 3, 4, like right there. And let's put in negative 1. So in negative 1, so I recall this, and I'm going to change those to negative 1. So, oh, that's a 6. So I also know that this is over here is the 6. Now the other thing is we have our x-intercepts. Our x-intercepts we can graph. So it's 1.3. And this is negative 0.50. It's curved. Actually, it's probably over here. Alright, if you have any questions, please come and see me. On your worksheet, using the quadratic, this is what you have to do. You'll find 2 answers using the quadratic on your worksheet for today.